Hey, look. There's Lewis. Lewis is on. He doesn't even know it.
What? What's going on here?
That's because I wasn't in my seat. I was playing
I
Lewis.
was reading my updates here.
I was running and getting stuff because we're talking about Bakersfield Speedway.
So apparently, Mike Griffith, Scott Schweitzer was really busy.
Apparently. So I've been busy.
There you go.
There we go.
Look at that.
There we go. These are the Bud National Flyers to let you know what's going on. Like 6 divisions of racing, 2 days, a couple hundred race cars. Going to be a busy weekend there. And Mr. Schweitzer, well, he had an event out at his track over the weekend, and he's busy trying to get it back into racing shape.
Track. He had the color run thing where he had like 2,000 people running around that place, and then he had like the mini dwarf
and the go-karts and that sort of stuff on the Sunday, the Chris Kearns show.
That looked like it was a pretty good crowd on Sunday. I saw some pictures from Amanda Perryman, and there was a pretty good group of kids out there.
Yeah, and that's a great spot for the kids, especially those just getting started.
Right.
Especially the ones just getting brand new, like 5-6-year-old maybe getting in.
That's where we should race at, is on those. We should get go-karts, and you and I should race.
Yeah, we'll just go buy a couple on the Californians' dime.
We could have it tricked out, sponsored.
I see that. We're supposed to have all area driving awards.
No, December 5th, right.
December 5th. And they'll be announced to be in the paper. We know who a lot of them are. And there's a lot of mini dwarf drivers in that.
Who's going to be the driver of the year, though? That's the question.
Overall driver of the year?
Yeah.
That's a good question. The year's not over.
Who do you like?
Who do I like?
Yeah.
I like what Derek Thorne's done in limited racing.
Eric Richardson?
Eric Richardson, there's a case for him. Yeah.
Did you make Harvick your driver of the week this week?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
You weren't here.
I know. Sorry.
Also, the driver of the year, you can make a case for Kevin Collier.
Yeah, Kevin Collier.
Kevin Collier, you won a lot of races. Talking about the little kids, you can make a case for several people.
If we did it by age group, because we have the 3 age groups, you could have like the little kids, the older kids.
As we saw, the young stars.
I guess you'd have to kind of give it to Buddy Shepard there in that.
I like Buddy. I think what Buddy's done is phenomenal. He's just turning 16 on Friday, so he's got I think 4 or 5 late model wins, a couple top 5 finishes in K&N West races.
Yeah.
Make his debut in that. So yeah, without a doubt, I'd probably Buddy.
Tina Bell maybe in the adults.
Tina Bell, she had a strong season. Kind of faltered down there toward the tail end though.
I don't think anybody was as dominating as Richardson was though.
No, he was dominating. He was dominating. So
all right.
So there we have it.
Bud Nationals.
Bud Nationals, 30th annual Bud Nationals out at Bakersfield Speedway. Hard to believe that this thing has gone on for 30 years. Quite a race.
Have you covered? How many of these have you covered?
Oh,
you can't cover it this year.
Some, no, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't make any of it this year because the Condors are opening their season on Friday and Saturday. But of the 30 Bud Nationals, probably 25, at least one night. So
it was awesome watching it. I got to see it last year. We were covering a football game. I think it was North and South, and it was at North. And just the crowd, just the noise.
You could hear, North is just
you could
maybe 2 miles at best, mile and a half.
You could hear late models rolling. It was awesome. So.
Oh, yeah. You hear those late models. And this is a show. They've got late models, IMCA modifieds, spec mods, hobby stocks, pro stocks, American stocks, all running. I think the American stocks run on Friday night only, and the pro stocks run on Saturday night only.
Right.
But the late models and the IMC modifieds, and this is a race we could talk about. The 30th annual Bobby Hogue Budweiser Nationals.
He's dominated this event.
Bobby Hogue owned this event last year. They give guitars away. Budweiser for the last few years has given guitars away as a trophy. So you get a Budweiser guitar rather than a trophy. So it's a pretty nice deal there. And so Bobby Hogue goes out last year on Friday night, and there's more than 40 modifieds on the grounds. And he wins that A main, gets his trophy. He comes back, hops in a late model. Another big field of the best late model drivers in the state. Wins that A main, gets himself another guitar. Comes back on Saturday night, wins the modified A main, finishes it up with another late model race. He goes home with 4 guitars. I think he's got 6 or 7 up there in his shop.
That's crazy. That's a crazy number of guitars there, and he's had such a great run and things here at Bakersfield Speedway. So he's got to be the favorite in the late.
He's got to be the favorite, but he did show vulnerability.
Right.
I can spit that word out. This season,
that's a big word.
Yeah, it's a big word, but he didn't win every race. He showed up a couple of times. He won every race early this season, and then he showed up, and then he had a problem in his late model. Didn't win a race here, and he didn't win a mod race here. So
if you look
it's not like he wins every time.
If you look at the late models and the mods and the sport mods, I mean, there's just so much. There's so much parity, I should say, in those divisions this season. And I think that Scott loves that from his standpoint because it makes for exciting racing because you just don't know what to expect.
Well, yeah, and I think so. And we was talking about the A mods, the modifieds this year. I think it was 11 different winners in 17, 18-point races at Bakersfield Speedway.
Yeah.
Cody Laney came on strong. He also runs a late model. I'm sure he'll be doubling up. He won 3 races, most of those later in the season in the IMCA modifieds. He's won out there in the late models. He looks strong in the late models, but you're going to have Bobby Hogue, you're going to have Cody Laney. They're going to be doubling up. Some other drivers will be doubling up. All the best late model drivers are going to be here. So it's going to be quite the show. And then you got Brad Pounds in the modifieds. Point champion, going to be running another car, which looks a little better than his own car. So he's going to be
only one
finish.
win. Only one win.
Only one win, and without a doubt, Brad Pounds wants to win a couple races.
Yeah.
The end of
but
season.
In your opinion, Mike, why does this event, the Bud Nationals, mean so much to these drivers? Not just the Bakersfield drivers, the guys who come from outside the area. Its payday is obviously pretty good, but
the payday is pretty good. But I think you start getting the prestige. You win a Bud Nationals. You want to win, and the wins when you're racing against the best are sweeter.
Right.
So all the good drivers are going to be here. This is a race that has grown. It's like we say, 30 years, everybody wants to be here. So you're going to have around 200 race cars over the course of 2 days. Racing has to start at 5 o'clock instead of the normal 6 o'clock because it takes so long. So I don't know how many laps. Scott says like 600 laps of maybe just more than that when you get into all the practice and stuff. So, but when you come in, there's 48 IMCA modifieds on the grounds. The first goal is you got to make the A main.
Right.
So we're talking 24 cars. So if you have a problem in a heat race, you're already going to a C main or a B main to try to get through those, and you only take the top couple drivers. So it becomes really difficult. So that when you get to that A main, and what you'll find quite often is I've seen A mains go out there maybe almost caution free.
Right.
On a racetrack for 30 laps because you've got the best drivers out there. And the track goes dry slick, which the drivers love. It'll probably so that creates 2-3 grooves of racing. You try down low, try high. The cars are moving around, so it creates a great racing surface. It's just a fun event.
Let's get to a couple of items of business real quick here. John, show us the first slide here. So this is the pre-party. Go back to that slide there there it is. Chewy's on Thursday over on Rosedale Highway from 6 to 10 p.m. This is the pre-party. Come check out the dirt cars close up. It's always interesting because they've been through wars. They are battered and they are cool looking, and it's amazing to look at how much they have to put into driving those things. It's a free event. Meet the drivers, and they're going to give away some things as well.
And we'll see if some of them are patched up for this. You know, those cars always look best in March.
Yeah.
By October, it takes a lot of work to keep them looking good.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
But then you're more worried about just making sure you got good tires and suspension pieces in the body.
All right, the actual Bud Nationals start Friday. And let's see if we have that slide up real quick. And I think we have the other slide of there it is. Late models, modified, sport mods, hobby stocks, pro stocks, American stocks. Kids, general admission is $13 on Friday. Seniors, the military, it's $11. Kids 6 to 12 are $6. 5 and under are free. Saturday, the tickets go up to $18. But what a value that is! $16 for seniors and military. Kids 6 to 12, $8. 5 and under free. Gates open at 4 o'clock. Racing at 5 o'clock both nights. And Mike Griffith.
Camping and parking are free, and there will be some people out there camping. Be a little bit of a party
there.
Party in the pits. Party in the pits on Friday night for sure.
Apparently, right, and if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't think I've ever seen any paperwork on this, but I think that there will be another Griffith covering this event.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, can't you get one of her brothers to help out with this event? Allison Griffith will be writing the game story. But can't we get like Daniel or one of your many children to like shoot more video for us?
Probably not. Patrick will be making pizzas, I'm sure.
And Daniel's got to take care of Jethro.
And Daniel's got to take care of Jethro, so he's not getting out of the
Jethro
house
can go to
on
the
Friday.
races. Just put him in a little thing, a little backpack, and then have him come down the thing and shoot video. It'd be cool.
That'd be good. So so we're going to be a little. We're stretched a little thin on this weekend for sure.
Right. We got to get out of here.
We got to leave. Lewis dropped by for 15 minutes. We will see you next week on the Bakersfield Motorsports Power Hour.